losing a lot of hours from our offices, and the staff are very concerned about what's going to happen to them. Where, saying in an office like Southall, we're losing 209 hours. That's more hours than most offices have as net.
Right.
And we're losing those many hours, so the staff are very concerned, and I'm sure across the board it's going to be the same. What's happening with the staff?
Right.
In an office like mine, we only have 3 people at any given time, or 4 to cover lunch or whatever. If somebody goes sick, we're stuck. We're just stuck, and we have to face that wrath of customers coming out at us.
Okay. There are some offices across the network where we know now that if we did nothing in terms of automation or transformation, there are too many hours in the branch. And I'm not suggesting that it applies to any of you around the table, but I'm just talking generally across all of our network. We know there are some branches where there are efficiencies that we can make. And sometimes it's about how the duties are structured as much as the number of people you've got. So have we got enough key time staff in a branch as opposed to full-time staff? Because sometimes what you don't actually need more bodies. Sorry, you don't need more hours, you need more bodies, because you can't get the right mix on your counter at the time you need it. And as managers, the ones of you that are managers will know that better than I do, that trying to juggle that can be very difficult. But there are offices where it's automation that's going to enable us to release some of the hours that are in a branch. Now, you're absolutely right, we can't, if that is the situation in your branch, for example, we can't release the hours till the automation's in. And customers do need to get used to using post and go machines, but they get used to it very, very quickly. And the experience we've seen in big branches like Birmingham and Nottingham, and smaller branches like Peterborough and Chester, and smaller still like New Malden, shows that we can migrate customers very successfully across to the machines. And when you look at Birmingham, which is a huge branch, absolutely huge, and 70% of Birmingham's business in any week is males. They've got 9 post and go machines. So they need 3 people, really, to host those machines, to host them well, because there's packing areas. Usually one person can host 2 machines. But because of where they are and because of how the branch is, you'd have to see the branch to fully understand that, but they can do it with 3 people. But they've got 70% of their mails traffic has migrated across to those post and go machines. Their queuing time before automation was they could never get above 56% of customers served in under 5 minutes. They're now regularly at 79% plus served in under 5 minutes, and they've taken out 4 full-time members of staff. Now those staff went so this sort of plays into the second point about staff being concerned about what happens to them. We do not have a compulsory redundancy situation live in this business at the moment, and no plans to do so. So the staff in Birmingham, for example, a couple wanted to go to network transformation, to work in the agency world, which I think you might have seen, some of your branch people might have done that. I know the chap in Golders Green that you've followed went to work in network transformation. So quite a few staff went to do that. Some went to other branches where there were vacancies, but nobody left the business at all, actually, in Birmingham, because they didn't want to. Now, and that's how we make this happen. There is no one will be pushed out of this business that doesn't want to go. As you know, we're in the middle of a live voluntary redundancy exercise. So, to be really frank with each other, there are a lot of people in our business who actually would like to go. For lots of reasons. Some because they're getting very close to retirement and think, if I can go with a lump sum, why wouldn't I do that? Other people who think, actually, this just isn't where I want to be anymore. And that's perfectly natural. That happens in all organisations. And those people wish to go. So nobody will be pushed out. If you're in, say in Southall that you used to lose 209 hours and nobody wants to leave the business, then what we will try and do is relocate those people to other offices where people might want to leave. So bumping works. We try and bump people. But you have my word that nobody will be pushed out of this business that doesn't want to leave.